Hi, and welcome to This Week on 33rd Street. I'm sports editor Mike Wisniewski, and I'm joined today by my co-editor Alyssa Kress and our sports writer John Phillips. And we're here to talk about the Penn-Princeton football game on Saturday. But first we have to talk about Brown. Penn eked out a 20-17 win homecoming. Alyssa, we'll start with you first. Do you think that it was enough to prove that the loss at Yale 2 weeks ago was a fluke?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the loss at Yale was a fluke. That was definitely a team they should have beaten. And, the Brown game was close. It was an exciting atmosphere, tons of fans there for homecoming. And, I think the offense did enough. They weren't great, but they had a few good drives. And, special teams and defense really stepped up and gave the team the win. I didn't really have a lot of confidence in Connor Loftus after his missed 21-yarder at Yale, but, he had a career-long 45-yarder to tie the game and then won the game. And, I think they proved that they can do it. I mean, it's going to be tough down the stretch, but I think they can do it.
John, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? You think Yale was a fluke?
I think that being able to prove whether they're going to be able to compete for the Ivy League title didn't come down to Brown, because Brown could have just as easily been the game that they lost, that they shouldn't have lost in the first place. So looking forward, it's all about Princeton, about how Penn does this weekend, and then assuming they get a win there, when Harvard comes in to Franklin Field, what they'll be able to do against two of the best offenses in the Ivy League.
Right, but first we got to get past Princeton. Penn's won the last 5 matches against Princeton, but this is the first time since 2005 it's really had title implications. Princeton's been pretty bad in recent years. Obviously not this year. What does Penn have to do Saturday to come away with a win?
It has come down to defense all year, and it's going to come down to defense on Saturday. I think that the offense is going to be what it is in a lot of ways, because Ragone is going to have shaky drives. We're going to have a lot of 3-and-outs. We've seen that, and we know that. But the defense, they showed something last Saturday, because anyone who expected a fourth quarter pick basically to save the game would have been wrong, because they wouldn't have been watching this team the whole year. But being able to show that ability to come through in the clutch is something they're going to need to show on Saturday.
Alyssa, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think the defense really needs to step up, but we know the offense isn't going to be consistent, but like they did against Brown, they have to do enough. They have to have enough drives to get within field goal range. I think this could be a game with a lot of field goals, and, they have to be able to get a couple touchdowns at least. They have to be able to move the ball, and, I think it's going to be closer than people think, and I think John wrote last week about the play calling, and I think that, if they can catch Princeton off guard with their play calling, which they really haven't been able to do this year, but if the play calling can be different enough to kind of surprise Princeton, I think it could be good.
All right, well, kickoff is Saturday at 1 o'clock. Join us on thebuzz.thedp.com. We'll be live blogging it from Princeton Stadium. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.